What's up, everybody? This is Coyote HD, and I'm bringing a maintenance video for you for an issue I was having with my third brake light remaining on and causing resistance when trying to drive. The car seemed like it was dying, but really it was the resistance from the brake. Basically, like if you were trying to press the gas and the brake at the same time. I was doing some research on this stuff and trying to see what the cause of it could be, and you know, it came down to three things. Your brake pedal position sensor is faulty or it needs to be changed. The rubber grommet, or the little plastic piece, the brake pedal stopper, is broken, damaged, or misaligned. Or a fuse, the number 20 fuse in the fuse box, which is the second one down from the top. It's a 10 amp fuse, so it's a little mini fuse, that being blown. Those are the top three. We're trying to troubleshoot this. I wanted to pick what would be the easiest thing, because obviously, you know, you park the car, my third brake light would remain on. I actually noticed it because I came out this morning and it was still on. I was thinking maybe there was something bigger going on with the engine. But with that third brake light staying on in the morning, sticks out right away, I knew something was wrong with the braking system. So I wanted to come down underneath here. I'm probably gonna have to get a light on it so you guys can see. But when digging around right back there, I'm gonna get a better look at it, get a light on it. But I knew it was that plastic piece, because when looking around, this is what I found. Obviously that little stopper was broken. So I went down to O'Reilly's and got a stopper that I'm gonna stick up in there and replace, and I'll get the flashlight on and get a camera in there so you can look at it. But this should be it, because you can see where the brake pedal was just not making contact with the brake position sensor, causing the BCM to think that the brakes were on, keeping the light on. And that was causing the issues when driving around. So I'm gonna get this opened up. I'm going to get up underneath there, try to get the camera in there so you guys can see this replacement. But this only cost me 10 bucks, and if this works, it'll be a nice, easy fix. As you can see right here, I don't have the brakes depressed, but the third brake light is on. All right, so gotta kind of get down up underneath there. So these are the pieces, like I said, that from the stopper that broke. This is the new stopper I'm going to try, and we're going with it. Is right up underneath there. As you can see, that piece where you see the little brown piece there, supposed to make contact with the stopper. And what was actually happening when I noticed it this morning, since that piece is broken, it actually wouldn't trigger the remote start. So I know the battery wasn't dead. You got all auxiliary lights, and you go to press the brake down and the start button, the car wouldn't start because it's not making contact. So it's not being able to send that connection through to get you started. So I'm gonna get the auxiliary on, probably start the car, and so I can get this pushed down a little bit and get that little piece out and try to put this stopper back in right, can't see it, right in there, to get this issue solved. And see, the funny thing is here, now it's doing it. So I'm pressing down on the brake pedal. See how there's no light? It's just turning auxiliary power. One thing that you can do when it's doing this is to basically reset the BCM. You can pop the hood, disconnect the battery, let it sit, because that's how I got the car moved up here, was actually in the driveway there in the grass. You pop the hood, disconnect the battery for 10 to 20 minutes, and that'll reset the BCM temporarily so you can get the car started. I did this once earlier. I'm going to do it again here. And then the car will start. Well, I'm going to push this down just a little bit more. I'm going to try to see if I can get after it now. And it's kind of tight, but try to get it up in there. If not, we'll let it sit, come back to it with the car on, press this down, and then try to get that piece replaced. All right, I've had the battery disconnected for 20 minutes. Gonna put this back on. And then we're gonna still have the brake issue. But now, Let's see if we can get it to turn on. See how the light is back on? Okay, so just a little bit of an update. I have the piece in. You're not going to be able to see it because it's behind that sensor right there. It's behind that, but it is installed. And I was having a hell of a time trying to go from underneath and get it to stick in there because it's a really tight space. It's kind of awkward angle. Like I'm on the ground, half my body outside of the car. So what I did was actually removed this section here, which is where your sunglass holder is. Don't mind this wire right here. It's from my Lund Racing N gauge. I fed it into the dash, as you can see right there. But so with this panel removed, and it was just, all I had to do was remove, there was 3 7mm here, 1, 2, and 3. You take off the light sensor here. That comes off first, and then you can take off the second piece there that has the sunglass holder in it. And what I was able to do was line down on the back, you know, head down here in that little area. I use a pair of needle nose pliers to, you know, basically clamp down on the rubber stopper. Basically get it in position because I was having trouble like getting it to seat. So with my right arm, I used the needle nose pliers to get it in position, and then I basically just fed my left arm in here, and I just used a little Allen key, and I used that to feed where you see that, because I had this undone. So if you want to take this out, it creates a little compartment where I fed the Allen key through the hole to basically just push it as I had the needle nose pliers holding it in place. This one, you turn it clockwise. So if you rotate it to the right, it just pops right out and it kind of dangles there out of the way. And then it created a hole that I was able to use the Allen key and just feed through that. And just once I got the needle nose in position, to push down, and it allowed the stopper to seat. So I'm going to put everything back together and we'll see if we got rid of our issue. Also, don't forget just to make sure you connect all your tabs and get everything back in position. And like I said, we're going to throw those 7mm on there. All right, I've reconnected the battery. All right. Let's see now if this fixes our issue. Remember, it wasn't starting unless I let it sit for like 20 minutes to reset the BCM. So let's see. I got the start light. Car starts up. Let's go check the light. No third brake light. Issue fixed. Appreciate you guys checking that one out. That was the first time I ever did that one, so obviously you run into a few hurdles, but yeah, everything seems to be running good. Like I said again, third brake light is no longer on, and it was on each time I did that. Brake lights are off. Beautiful. Appreciate you guys checking this one out. Catch you next time. Yeah.